These are difficult times for organizational leadership. Board members, investors, regulators, employees, suppliers, and customers can present conflicting priorities. The demand for quarterly improvements can conflict with long-term needs. Foreign competition and domestic labor costs erode margins. And innovation by a competitor can create havoc. Unforeseen events can divert leadership from its true role and put it in firefighting mode. 20th century management practices may be inadequate to the demands of the 21st century. Meet Scott Dickman, CEO of Oracle Packaging.
You know, we're a small company that has bought or has acquired a division of a large company. And the thought process from the large company mentality is totally different. We're trying to come in and create an entrepreneurial environment. We're trying to come in with progressive thinking. We're trying to come in with leaner ideas. That is totally counter to the culture that's been here and existed for a long time.
Hank Bird is Vice President of Oracle Packaging.
So you had this big business, huge business mentality of how to run an operation. And some of our top level management at the time was definitely from that old regime of how you do things.
What we've decided to do is try to change that culture by bringing in new processes and new thought processes, and the only way you can get that is through somebody like Smarter Solutions. You have to start somewhere, and we chose to start that with our metals group.
We've tried a lot of different management systems, make long-term planning decisions and all kinds of different things like that. The one we were using wasn't working for us.
A subsidiary of Pinnacle Packaging of Tulsa, Oracle Flexible Packaging is a major supplier of flexible packaging, lids, and aluminum foil. With a well-deserved reputation for innovation and rapid response to customer requirements, Oracle has earned the respect of customers and competitors. Ernie Holly is the Oracle Packaging VP of Operations.
If you look at what we're producing there, we are a small producer of aluminum foil in the United States. The usage in the United States today is about 300 million pounds. So we are only 10% of that. However, when we talk about lead time and being vertically integrated and giving the customer what they need, it is a niche market for us, and we can be very, very competitive because our lead time is far superior to what we're seeing on the outside.
Founded in 1992 by Forrest Breyfogle, Smarter Solutions of Austin, Texas has attained a worldwide reputation for excellence in the development and delivery of education and assistance in enabling management improvement systems like Six Sigma and Lean Six Sigma to clients like Bama, Cigna, Dell, HP, IBM, and Oracle Packaging. Today, Smarter Solutions education offerings and consultation are uniquely built around the four basic concepts of the Integrated Enterprise Excellence System for enterprise management: aligning and synchronizing the enterprise value chain with operational metrics, designing projects that resolve enterprise needs, insightful synthesis and graphical representation of data, and creatively using conventional tools for improved business decision-making. This video documents the successful 2008 deployment of the Integrated Enterprise Excellence System at the Oracle Packaging Company in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Flexible packaging in the United States is a tremendous industry. It's a $25 billion industry. If you look at Oracle Flexible Packaging in Winston-Salem, our sales of that, $25 billion, we're $160 million of that. Metals is a critical part of the future strength and the future strategy of Oracle Flexible Packaging.
Metals production is accomplished in four major steps. Aluminum ingots and scrap are melted in a furnace at temperatures in excess of 1600 degrees. Molten aluminum is transferred to holding furnaces to be cast as a roll or coil of 1/4 inch sheet aluminum. The coils are repeatedly cold rolled to reduce the thickness of the aluminum foil to comply with customer specifications. As a final step, the finished aluminum coils are trimmed to required dimensions for delivery to customers. Customers typically laminate the finished goods in 2 or more layers before printing for use in a wide variety of packaging and lidding applications. In 2006, Oracle Executive Management began a search for a firm to assist in the implementation of an improvement system in the metals unit.
A very good friend of mine runs a company called Bama Pie, based out of Tulsa. Her name is Paula Marshall. Bama was won the Malcolm Baldrige Award. She was interested in Six Sigma, and she got hooked up to Smarter Solutions. They attribute a lot of their processes improvement to their the training that they got through Smarter Solutions. And so that's how I got introduced to Forrest, and we decided to start creating that kind of a program here.
I was looking at Motorola University, all the different opportunities, and fortunately Bama Pie recommended Smarter Solutions. I made a couple of calls there and was very, very convinced that the best opportunity to get a little different knowledge than just the standard Six Sigma training. There was something there that kind of caught my eye.
I had read Forrest's book, Wisdom on the Green, and said, you know, I'm not black belt certified, but I've taken executive Six Sigma courses, lean manufacturing, theory of constraint. I'm a certified Jonah, and I love the way that book kind of put it all together and said, hey, this is probably the best toolbox that you can use. So we said, hey, let's work with those guys.
3 key members of the Oracle team completed IEE Black Belt training at the Smarter Solutions Education Center in Austin, Texas. Hank Bird, Vice President, Oracle Packaging.
We're looking at trying to find something that will work for us. And what I'm really excited about is having the IEE help us kind of drive that by building a system that's looking at the right things and not what we've always looked at.
Tanya Roberts, Oracle Business Process Improvement Manager.
It has given us a whole new set of tools to understand and assess our business and help come to the right decisions.
And Richard Goforth, Plant Manager, Oracle Packaging Metals Unit.
Back in February of this year, we started the IEE effort to look at our business differently. We developed metrics in order to track working capital, which was WIP inventory running through the house, outputs and coils, and measuring our capacity and what we were actually outputting per day. It changed the way that I looked at the business in order to put data instead of intuition into making decisions here at Oracle in the metals facility.
A week-long joint Oracle Smarter Solutions IEE implementation workshop was held in Winston-Salem at the Oracle Packaging site, led by Smarter Solutions CEO Forrest Breyfogle and Master Black Belt Rick Haynes.
We had an IEE workout session that was basically a week-long, where we had Forrest and some other members of the Smarter Solutions team come in, and it was the beginning of our full implementation of the IEE over at our metals facility. And they spent some time over there, obviously looking at the business and beginning to lay out the first stages of the roadmap.
Following executive familiarization with fundamental IEE concepts, the joint team drafted a preliminary enterprise improvement plan for the metals business unit. Using a customized form of the Lean Six Sigma Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, and Control, or DMAIC process adapted for use at the enterprise level, they developed an IEE flyover of the metals business unit. On the 5th day, the plan for IEE implementation was presented to senior management as an outbriefing for review.
First, there was skepticism. They all thought they knew what IEE was, or they knew enough about Six Sigma that they didn't think it was that big a deal. They thought it was the same thing as lean manufacturing, and they had learned, about lean. They didn't really understand it until they really got into it. And then when we started training the senior management team in IEE, that really helped.
The plan included 3 major components in preliminary form, tailored to the enterprise-level requirements of the metals business unit: an IEE value chain, an IEE Enterprise Improvement Plan, and an IEE Execution Strategy. Upon approval of the plan by Scott Dickman and the Oracle management team, Rick Haynes, Smarter Solutions consultant and Master Black Belt, was assigned to assist the Oracle Implementation Task Group, Tanya Roberts and Richard Goforth, in the joint execution of the IEE Implementation Roadmap.
The IEE Roadmap was a very important part of our project. We printed it out and put it up on our wall in the war room, and we would put stickies beside the different steps to kind of keep us on track. So it's very useful and a big part of the successful execution of Rick's project.
For the next 5 months, the team followed the IEE enterprise-level implementation roadmap, initially defining and measuring the performance of the metals unit in terms that were aligned with operational-level metrics. The Master Black Belt from Smarter Solutions spent 1 week a month on site with the Oracle team and participated in 2 planned 30-minute teleconferences each week when not on site. By the second month, initial analysis of the measurements collected by the team documented a significant pull for initiation of the first improvement project, a seemingly drastic reduction in metals work in progress. The long-standing practice in the mill was to have as many as 400 coils of aluminum with a value of over $3 million in inventory on the plant floor. IEE analysis of critical metrics indicated that work-in-progress inventory could be reduced to less than half of that amount with no impact on production. Encountering some initial resistance, Plant Manager Goforth was able to use the results of IEE analysis to demonstrate the validity of the change and implemented the identified improvement in the work-in-progress process.
We did have some resistance from the operational level. At first and all, they did not believe it. They couldn't believe by actually running less they were going to run more. And over time and all, there was a lot of non-believers that over the last several months have actually seen the positive result that basically they helped accomplish.
By month 3, implementation of the WIP improvement project not only worked as planned, it also had the added benefit of reducing lead time from as much as 5 weeks to as little as 18 days.
We had production meetings with all of the shifts, explaining what we were doing, explaining what result we were hoping to see from this, and also giving them the opportunity to make suggestions and also have some input to where we were going, how we could do it better.
A lot of times they thought this was just another flavor of the day, and they only had to tolerate us for a couple hours, then we'd go away. But as we worked through the project and they actually began to see the results and understand the impact that they had on the work in process, you could see that they were 100% behind it and they believed that it was working.
Data definition, measurement, and analysis in other enterprise business areas continued, revealing another strong pull for project creation in sales and marketing. Preliminary IEE analysis of data collected on a continuing basis indicated that an adjustment to minimum order quantity could have positive effects on enterprise profitability. In the following months, the metals unit entered the control phase of the deployment of IEE, enterprise-wide, putting into effect IEE measurement, reporting, and review procedures while developing implementation plans for additional improvements in the coming months.
I think that the IEE is definitely more of a business system than just a project-driven deal. And that actually is the appeal. I mean, it wasn't just go do projects. It was a way to run a business. And I guess that was probably the hook, was, it's different.
And we have seen a change in the attitude deep down in the organization here on the metal side. At first, nobody thought Six Sigma is just a thing of the month. It's the new pet project of the management team. And then when they saw the results that Rick had really kind of pushed through over at Metals, it really started generating some excitement.
In a matter of weeks, major improvements were noted.
The overall effect of IEE in the metals operation has been reduced working capital, a decrease in process lead time, and it has also improved throughput without changing any of the operating expenses.
We're actually running more production at the back door now than we did in 2006. It's kind of hard, it's hard for our guys to believe that, because like I say, the nature of this business has been like, oh, there's 150 cores should be on this side, and now you got 50. So that's what the big shock. It took about a month, and after about a month and a half, they came to realize like it's flowing real easy.
In 6 months, the initial IEE system implementation at Oracle Metals was completed.
Through the IEE process, it has helped identify and relate a message to our upper management here, which was based in the past on intuition and a lot of this is what we believe. Now we can actually look at matrix and give better decisions based on what these metrics are telling us.
I think that IEE also gives us an opportunity to help us develop our strategic plan as it evolves. Where we have a general sense of what we want to do, but what we have learned is that if we take the information and the data that we collect through IEE, that could help us move a different direction. Having that data and understanding what that data is telling us definitely will help us keep our strategic plan up to date and current.
It's just like it was supposed to work, and that's something that doesn't happen in our world very often. Is something actually come out like it's supposed to without a lot of problems.
In the first 7 weeks, we increased throughput 30%, cut WIP in half, without spending a dime.
Today, the results are evident. Metals production is up, lead times improved, and operating expenses down.
With the IEE, it showed us how to streamline. And it just made us more efficient. It really made us more efficient. And upper management, they really seen how efficient metals is.
And now we need to expand that basically to the rest of the operation. And I think it applies to all parts of the operation. I don't think it's just in operations. I think we can do it in finance. I think we can do it in the way we process orders. I think we can do it in customer service. I think we can expand this throughout the organization.
The level of firefighting activity within metals and all was a daily activity of responding or being more reactive instead of proactive. Now with IEE and the metrics that we have, we're able to see things sort of at before and predict what's happening. We've got the data there that's showing us and leading us in the right direction instead of reacting and putting out fires as they happen.
With what we've learned from IEE, we can look at any system, any type process, and we now have the tools that we can say, hey, let's take this thing apart. How can we improve on it? How can we really, build for the future and build something in there that is long-lasting and sustainable? And yeah, I mean, from this, we've identified several areas on the flexible packaging piece of the house that have not, are basically in the order procurement, how we're ordering raw materials, how we're working with our suppliers and vendors, etc. So all of those areas are just ripe to be looked at to drive further improvement through the process.
We've had a lot of outside consulting work, all the way from financial to operational, and in my tenure here with this business, I would say that the best value and certainly the most successful consulting and help that we've had has been through Smarter Solutions.
We have tremendously improved on this operation, and I attribute that to Smarter Solutions and their guidance and their leadership.
The Integrated Enterprise Excellence System is documented in a series of books that explain the methodology and provide detailed roadmaps for implementation at the enterprise and operational levels. They're available from Smarter Solutions and other booksellers.
The Integrated Enterprise Excellence series of books do a thorough job of explaining why and how to put the IEE system into practice. We recently completed implementing IEE in our metals division, and I can tell you it is working for us. The day-to-day IEE metrics that we established changed how we schedule and manage our facilities workflow. I highly recommend the IEE set of books to managers and practitioners who want to understand how to improve operational effectiveness within their organization.